Swagger's a bit restless in 8. They're off. They race away then over 7 furlongs here, some of them quite slow towards the start. Tasvik, the market leader, goes to the extreme left and the Hood stays with him. Meanwhile, Bartholdi Bay and Fabulous lead him towards the right, and Swagger, the light blue sleeves, is up there. Imperial Dawn in purple behind those, and then the nose-banded Hot Day. They're followed by Encourage, and then comes Alenquer as they change, lots of them change positions here. So we have Swagger, Fabulous, Hot Day, Bartholdi Bay, Alenquer, and a chased along Shady Cove towards the centre. Tasvik leads them grandstand side to the Hood in the white colours, and then Imperial Dawn. Encourages behind this, and then comes Deliberate Attack as they're spread right across the course as they move past the halfway stage. Blue Jacket, Tasvik, Jim Crowley towards the left, leading up to the white colours of the Hood. Swagger, light blue sleeves, Adam Kirby on the right to Fabulous with a pink cap. Hot Day down the centre from Shady Cove, had to be driven along, but has got ability. It's coming into it now. Encourage, extreme left, is also starting to stay on. They head down with 2 furlongs to go. Tasvik, Encourage the near side. Alenquer right over the far side with Swagger. Fabulous behind those as they still have well over a furlong to go. And it's Alenquer down the centre, who's now shot through to the lead. Got on by 2 lengths to Swagger, and then Tasvik and Encourage, and Alenquer and Tom Marcon 3 or 4 lengths ahead at the end. Tasvik might have just got second position from Swagger, and Encourage very close behind him in 4th.
History walks in to complete the line. All set. They're off. Betfair Sprint Cup Day springs into life with the Betfair Exchange Ascendant Stakes. William Bligh, white cap, and Desert History in the dark blue dropped in at the rear of the field, and it's the white-faced Surprise Exhibit. It has a narrow lead through the first furlong. 2 River Alwyn, the red cap, sitting close up, and then Alenquer in a pearl blue jacket racing just behind the leading duo. Fancy Man Ryan Moore in the stripes is close up, and out wide Desert History, seeing a lot of daylight, and is refusing to settle, taking a keen grip, beginning to tug his way through the field. Dark blue jacket for Dave Allen. William Bligh tucks in last place as they begin the left-hander towards the end of the 3rd furlong. Surprise Exhibits, but the hard-pulling Desert History is virtually alongside now. Tracked by River Alwyn and then Alenquer. Fancy Manor striped jacket is last but 1, and then a half length away to William Bligh. Into the straight, approaching the halfway point, and they drift centre to near side, led by Surprise Exhibit. To Desert History away to the left, River Alwyn, red cap up between them. And then Alenquer being squeezed into the bridle. Fancy Man now being asked to close by Moore, just beginning to bustle away. William Bligh on the right, held together as they fan out and move on down now towards the last 2.5 furlongs. The white-faced Surprise Exhibit now being tackled by Fancy Man, black cap for Moore, who's come there travelling strongly. Desert History's dropped away quickly. Alenquer staking his claim out on the right. River Alwyn in behind them with William Bligh. Fancy Man in front with 300 yards to cover. Moving on here from Alenquer. Then Surprise Exhibit further back to River Alwyn and William Bligh. Fancy Man and Ryan Moore in front by a couple of lengths, pursued by Alenquer, but he isn't getting any closer in behind, and it's a half century for the season for Moore. Fancy Man in the ascendant, clear from Alenquer, close for 3rd between William Bligh and down the near side, River Alwyn.
Yeah, Fancy Man has won a 2th and 3 in a short career, a good run the Stone Edge last time out. And that was a smooth performance for Richard Hannon and Ryan Moore. Beats Alenquer in 2nd place for William Haggis and Tom Marquand. Tight 3rd, River Alwyn.
And they're off away. Dayar was a bit slow, so too Trawlerman in the white cap, and Salukan looks like being dropped in early on. Alenquer away fairly well. Going forward is Yabir in the blue jacket. Lone Eagle and Irish Legend are up there as well. And then back on the inside to Bellocchio as they race down the back straight. Midfield is Dayar, recovering a bit from a slightly slow start. Etonian, Trawlerman and Salukan towards the rear of the field as Yabir now takes them along in the hands of William Buick. Shadowed in 2nd by Alenquer, then Lone Eagle in 3rd. Followed closely by Irish Legend in the red armlets towards the outside. They're followed by Bellocchio towards the inner, and then in the white cap further back is Trawlerman, who's made up a little bit of ground. followed by Adayar, and then in the rear Salukan and Etonian, and red and green colours on the inside. About to swing right-handed, Yabir, shadowed by Alenquer. These are 1 and 2, followed by Lone Eagle in a good position in third there from Irish Legend. Bellocchio on the inside of Recovery Run, and then in the red cap Adayar, followed in the white cap by Trawlerman, Salukan and Etonian. About to swing into the home straight then in this Bet365 Classic Trial, and Yabir by a half length to Alenquer in second. Lone Eagle is turning in third in the green with the orange epaulets, and on the outside is Irish Legend. They're tracked by Recovery Run, Trawlerman down the outside, white cap. Bellocchio is exploring a run nearer the running rail. Behind these, Adayar is beginning to stay on and stay on well, followed by Salukan and Etonian. Meanwhile, up ahead, Alenquer is serving it up to Yabir, and Alenquer took over under Tom Marquand from Yabir in second, then Lone Eagle in third, and still running on is Adayar down the outside as they run up the hill towards the final furlong. Alenquer, Yabir is fighting back. Adayar now into third place. It's Alenquer with a narrow lead over Yabir. Adayar is trying to join in. Relentless late progress up towards the line. Yabir fights back. Alenquer is all out, and Alenquer will win the Classic Trial. Tight second. The eye-catching Adayar on the near side of.
And they're off. Away they go, gear up, sharply away on the inside in the maroon sleeves, but quickly attended to by Bellocchio. Out wide, Tasman Bay got away fairly well. Nobody looking terribly keen to make the running. Bellocchio just about going on now ahead of Tasman Bay. The Mediterranean is out wide. Gear Up is getting a bit of cover now back on the inside in the hands of James Doyle. The nose-banded Title, and Alenquer is held up at the back of the field. Ryan Moore just racing slightly apart from the others on the Mediterranean here as they make the run downhill towards Swinley Bottom. But it's Bellocchio that just leads the way in this King Edward VII Stakes. Bellocchio and Sylvester de Souza from Tasman Bay. Gear Up on the inside, the Mediterranean wide in the purple and white jacket, and then Title and Alenquer. About to swing right-handed as they pass the mile marker, and Bellocchio by 2 lengths or so to Tasman Bay in second. A similar margin back to Gear Up on the inside of the Mediterranean, and then Alenquer with plenty of cover in behind these, and Title probably just the back marker. Meanwhile, Bellocchio just opening up a little bit as they meet the rising ground. Bellocchio by a good 3.5, maybe 4 lengths now. Taken wide is Tasman Bay as they race now towards the home turn. Tasman Bay going towards the wide outside. The Mediterranean is tracking out wide-ish. Then Gear Up, followed by Title and Alenquer. So running now towards the final 5 furlongs, and they spurn the inside here, and it's Bellocchio that leads the way from Tasman Bay, the Mediterranean. Gear Up towards the inner, the nearest horse to the inside. They're almost racing against the outside running rail. Alenquer and Title as they run on now inside the final half mile. They're going to have to angle across to meet the home turn, and Bellocchio still leads the way by a couple of lengths or so to Tasman Bay. Then Gear Up, followed by Alenquer. The Mediterranean is pushed along, and Title at the rear of the field. Inside the final 3, and they turn for the judge. And it's Bellocchio's dictated the pace here under Sylvester de Souza. Very good front-running jockey, but Tasman Bay with a big chance. Then Gear Up, and Alenquer now begins a charge on the outside, and Title behind these. And finally the Mediterranean. Tasman Bay just took it up, but here's Alenquer, very quick to challenge. Title stays on Bellocchio. Gear Up as they race on inside the final furlong, and Alenquer has struck the front narrowly to Tasman Bay. Then Title and Bellocchio, and racing up towards the line, Alenquer from Tasman Bay. What a great attitude this colt has got. Alenquer follows up his Classic Trial win at Sandown in the King Edward VII Stakes from Tasman
International. Here's Mike Cattermole.
And away they go. They're racing. The 50th year of the Juddmonte International, the 2021 edition, is underway over this extended mile and a quarter, and Alenquer began well on the outside. Max Sweeney on the rail there is alongside him though, and they're being tracked by Love in the hands of Ryan Moore in third. Mishriff's maroon jacket is close up on the outside of Alcohol Free, with Mohafeth settling in 6th place, and looking on at the rear of the field, the other son of Frankel, Juan Elcano, is in last place. He's about 5 lengths off the speed here, and they're racing across the far side towards the 7 furlong point then, where Jim Bolger's Max Sweeney out in front here for Kevin Manning and leads. But the gallop is only a pretty medium one, you'd have to say. He's in front by about a length or so. At this stage, Love is racing just behind the two leaders. Alenquer, the one in front of her. Mishrif, who's won over £10 million in prize money, is in fourth. Alcohol Free stepping up in trip today, is 2 lengths away fifth. Then Mo Harfeth, who's just moving round the outside to get a little bit closer. And then Juan Elcano brings up the rear as they turn in to the home straight here with 4.5 furlongs left to travel in the 2021 Juddmonte International. Max Sweeney and Kevin Manning on the inside, joined by Alenquer on the outside for Tom Marcon. Love is poised to strike up the far rail there for Ryan, who squeezes along. Mishrif is travelling very strongly indeed for David Egan into the race, and he's going to find himself in front in a moment, you think. They're coming up towards the final 2.5 furlongs. Mishrif being delivered down the outside. Love is under pressure on the inside. Mo Harfeth is staying on behind them. He's moving up to third place now, but Mishrif is really turning on the style here as he approaches the final furlong. He leads the Juddmonte field by a good 4 lengths, and he's drawing further clear. And this is the Mishrif we've seen the world over, producing his best form back in the UK. And Mishrif absolutely blitzes them in the Juddmonte. Ushie Murphy, John and Sadie Gosden, Prince Faisal, Alenquer was in second place, followed home in third by Love.
Oh, what a horse. Take him anywhere and he'll do anything for you. Mishrif wins the Juddmonte International, and he adds a Group 1 race in his native country to his successes in France, in Saudi Arabia, in Dubai.